literally nothing more attractive than a man can really just keep his cool and talk to you calm when y'all are in a disagreement. Nothing sets him off. He doesn't get disrespectful. He's cool, calm, and collected the whole time. He doesn't call you out your name. He doesn't let nothing get him out of character. Just because it's the maturity, you know? He's just responding to you with patience, and like his rationality is like just, it really just brings out the feminine in you.
All right, so before we get into content, man, make sure y'all go link to my Patreon. I got a lot of exclusive content, more in depth. So if you want to get more from me and you like to see more in depth conversations, make sure y'all go link to that. That link is in the description. Appreciate you guys. So it's interesting because, you know, as a man, you have to be cool, calm, and collected. And what women respect that most men don't understand is strength. And for so many years, I didn't show strength. I showed weakness. I showed insecurities. I showed overcompensating. And again, women these days are dealing with so many men. What you got to understand is they're going to subconsciously test you. And a lot of times, depending on how you react, a woman can look through that or look at your reaction and see, okay, all right, he got upset. He got angry. This is a guy I probably need to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to put myself in a dangerous situation versus the man who, when the woman does something, the man doesn't move. He's the rock. You know, the rock doesn't move. Like when you're the foundation, nothing moves you. You move when you want to move. And again, most men don't understand women respect strength. Also, what y'all got to understand too is when you're cool and calm and collected within yourself, it shows a sense of emotional maturity. A woman doesn't want to be with a man that doesn't have his emotions in check, because what do women value? They value safety and security. So you got to understand, a lot of women have been in dangerous situations with men, whether that's, you know, just y'all know the situations. Women, 9 out of 10 women usually have been in a type of situation that involved a man who couldn't control his emotions. So this is why women naturally test men. They may do crazy stuff that don't make sense, but depending on how you react to it, it's going to determine if the woman continues to rock with you or not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big tell sign of, okay, does this dude have his emotions in check, or is he all over the place? Because if your emotions not are in check, that means that you don't even feel good within yourself. And if you don't even feel good within yourself, how is she supposed to feel good with you? You know, also too, feminine women are looking for guys that can lead the way, right? Y'all want feminine women, right? We all want feminine women, right? Well, feminine women want leaders. And a guy that is cool and calm when things are not going so well, that shows a guy that has good decision-making skills. You know, that shows a guy that's going somewhere. That's a man with a plan, because most men, we all know, don't have their emotions under control. Most men get rejected and they act a certain way. Most men, you know, are over pursuing. Most men are chasing too much. Most men are doing the most. Those are not having your emotions in check. You're reacting off your emotions. You're reacting because you need to feel validated. And those are all telltale signs of a man who is not in his masculine. And feminine women want masculine men. Now, I'm not saying be a robot and not show any emotions. That's not what we're saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to be able to have self-control, because a man who has self-control can control himself. And that's the biggest thing. Women don't want to be around a man who can't control himself. Also, y'all got to think too, if a woman can get you off your rocker that easy by just starting something or just doing something random, then can she really even respect you? Because you got to think about it. Respect and trust are two of the things that form a relationship. So if a woman can't respect you because you get off your rocker with any little thing, you get upset with any little thing, she's not going to be able to respect you because she doesn't feel safe around you. And that's the biggest thing. This is why I preach so much on this channel on working on yourself, becoming the best version of yourself, working on those insecurities, because a lot of us men, we overcompensate and we get in our feelings a lot. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with a man having emotions. You just got to know how to keep those emotions in check. Because a lot of times women are going to do a lot of things that may piss you off. But you got to be able to not let that affect you. Because if you let it affect you, all you're doing is showing the woman that, you know what I'm saying, that you're weak. That you can't hold it down. That you can't make her feel safe and secure. And don't no feminine woman want to be with a man like that. And what's funny is when I talk to a lot of women that I may be close with, it's so funny how like men will bring up different gender war conversations like how we talk about over here with them in person. The only time you should be debating with women is if you are on a podcast panel, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, debating with a woman is not going to get you nowhere. You trying to convince her why you should be cooking for a man so you can get her to cook for you is stupid. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? You don't have those. You don't want to get into those type of because that's another thing. That's a sign of insecurity, because you feel like you have to discuss these gender war things to get what you want from a woman. No, you want to see who this woman is without you having to bring these things up. That's called vetting. But a lot of times we go into a date with a woman and we say things like, oh man, a woman should do this for a man. A woman should be doing that. You don't want to get into those type of discussions with a woman, because those type of discussions lead to debates. Debates lead to arguments. Arguments show the woman that, okay, this guy is clearly insecure. He clearly doesn't have his emotions under wrap. Because you ain't got to tell a woman what your standards is by having a gender wars conversation. All you need to be doing is showing up as the man that you are and be looking for signs, looking for the green flags and looking for the red flags. Because you can't change who somebody is. So there's no need to even discuss gender wars. The only thing you should be doing as a man is just enjoying yourself and having a good time and leading the conversation. So when I'm on a date, I stay away from those topics. If it's politics, I stay away from it. Religion, I'm staying away from. In gender war conversations, that should be added to the mix. You know how like they always say, stay away from politics and the religions on dates. Well, you should be staying away from gender war conversations too, because those conversations don't go nowhere. Because anytime like I got homegirls or like, my or women I have around, anytime I talk to them and they're telling me about their dating life and different men, it's crazy, because they'll always tell me the guys that have the gender war conversations, they end up never seeing them again. I'll give y'all an example, right? There's a woman I talked to that I'm close with, and she told me about this one dude who brought up how, I like my women to cook for me and all this kind of stuff. And guess what? She ended up cooking for another dude simply because that one dude that was talking about cooking, you're doing too much. That's doing too much. Instead, she wanted to go cook for the guy that didn't bring any of that up. Because again, it's about vetting. Let me see what this woman does. Getting into gender wars conversation, all that's pointing to is signs of a weak man. And I know some of y'all like, how does that point to signs of a weak man? Well, I just said it 5 minutes ago. Because gender war conversations lead to debates, which can lead to arguments. You know what I'm saying? Because those conversations we know don't go well. The only time you should be debating with a woman like that is if somebody you're platonic with and y'all are having a conversation, or if you're on a panel or a podcast or something like that, then that's cool for entertainment purposes. But other than that, a woman that you have romantic interest in, stay away from them conversations, because all it's going to do is make you not get what you want. Again, this is not easy, because what y'all got to understand, this is something I'm still currently working on, because women will do a lot of things to test your strength. You may have a woman at your spot and y'all may be, she may start kissing on you and stuff like that, and then she'll pull back. And the reason why she's pulling back is because she's trying to test your strength. She's trying to see if you're going to get upset. So a lot of times what y'all got to understand, a woman is testing to see, is this guy going to get upset if I do this? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times women are really just playing. We know they like big little kids, but a lot of times a woman will test to see if you get angry or upset, because they're testing to see what type of dude is this really. Because it's one thing to act, oh yeah, I'm a masculine man. I'm this, I'm that. But let's see how you act when things don't go your way. You know what I'm saying? Because if you respond with being cool and collected and you just kind of fall back and you continue just to go forward, she gonna respect that because it's showing strength. But a lot of times as men, we show weakness because we get upset, we don't get our way. And you may think in your head you not showing that you're upset, but you got to understand it's coming off in your body language. It's coming off in your tone. It's coming off in your energy. And she's picking up on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I want y'all to think about. Check your emotions. Check your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time, again, what you got to understand, women deal with a lot of men. Just like how you should be dating a lot of women to identify the woman that you want. Women are dating a lot of men. So naturally, the way for them to eliminate is they're testing for strength. You're testing for strength. And guys, that's the end of my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. And guys, make sure you contain a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.